Afternoon Music 350 in Magic City today at the Government High School with the legend himself, Mr. Yonel Justilia, both music icon, music educator, a member of Ambassador Band, brass lead and colors, all over 9 yards.
Greetings to all.
Alright, our topic today is behavioral culture. And I ask Mr. J a few questions on culture and where you see it headed in today's society. But Mr. J, before we get into questions, I want you to give a simple background on what inspired you to be a musician and a music educator.
Well, I grew up in a household, just music all around us, you know. Growing up in Brown Mountain Church, in my father's church, you know, we had an old organ there, and old box guitar. My older brothers and sisters, you know, everyone played instrument in the family. And growing up, being the youngest, you tend to just watch them, and after a while, you start to touch the instruments and you begin to experience that. Hey, I'm sounding kind of good. So you keep playing and playing and playing. Before you know it, in church you play, and you just grow into it. It becomes a natural part of it. I'd say the whole family. So that's how I got into music.
And that's good. I didn't know back in the day, music was actually on the rise. These are music clubs, they went everywhere. Everyone used to go down and chill. Music was making kind of money back then. So what inspired you to become a teacher instead of being a full-time musician, become a money?
You know, many years back, musicians, I would tell you, were making more money than on average than musicians now. But for some reason, I don't know if the owners themselves, between government and business owners, to my opinion, sometimes it almost appeared that they were jealous of how many fame the musicians were getting and how much money they were making. And as time goes by, you know, you gradually begin to see the DJs begin to replace the musicians, bands getting smaller and what have you. So I think it was better for musicians back in the older days, and also the musicians too had more discipline in learning their craft and just taking pride in their profession.
Alright, since the appreciation for music has been done, do you think that it's something they could do to change it, or the musicians now come together and establish something there and put music back?
The best way for us to change it, and obviously the best way for you youngsters, the young ones who's coming up to change that, is from your experience, your training, and what your production is. A good example of that is the young man called Gifton Jada. If you look at what he's doing nowadays, I mean, he's already on the world stage. So we have to have this mindset and not to be just focused on local entertainment or just local standards. We have to bring our best foot forward. We have to train. We have to go there and get the experience and expand beyond the waters. And I think that once we get the international exposure, international respect, and I think that's when our own, unfortunately, that's when our own will recognize our value.
With the music, you know, you're a musician part-time and an educator full-time. Does it have any conflict sometimes when it comes to performing and having to travel off work hours and stuff like that?
I don't look at performance and teaching as any two different areas. My philosophy is always, you must live what you teach, and you must teach what you live. To separate the two, you know, it's almost like it's not, you're not complete. You know? How is it that you can be in a classroom and you can't play an instrument? How is it that you can be an instrument performer and others can learn from you? I think it works hand in hand. It's just a matter of where you are, put your emphasis.
Comparing musicians today to those back there, well, us new generation of musicians, we have access to CUB, now the University of Barnes, or the University of YouTube, everything online, you can learn and have access to all kinds of knowledge. But back then, they just play everything by ear. The only thing they had was discipline, and they put time and they practice it up. How you feel?
Well, comparing old and new, the good thing about the old, there are a lot of hours placed within their practice habits how they were serious about the music. And when you mentioned playing by ear, to have a good ear is very important. Now we also had some of them who read music as well, because you had the big band sound also back then. The critical thing that was necessary back then is just all the theoretical knowledge that you guys have. But I think if you were to compare the two, and you would somehow tap into both, I think you'll come up with a more complete position. But I take my hats off to all those who's off the school, but you must take it a step further and develop it even more. At the end of the day, is all which you can do with that instrument. I always call my kids the microwave generation, because they like everything to be instant. You can go on YouTube, you can Google, and you think once you read this passage or you can play this line, you think you reach, you think you're now a musician. But it takes more than that. It takes years and years and years of practicing, learning, getting experience, collaborating with other musicians around the world, and that's how you're going to move to us.
Another question: do you think that the younger generation are exposed to the gaming music as opposed to soaking reggae? The radio waves or playing soaking reggae, they never play it like gaming music, and it causes children not to know gaming artists and stuff like that.
The music industry here, when it comes to what we call Bahamian music, is somewhat lost, and it's different scenarios to that. Number one, we hear a lot of folks saying because it's the radio stations, it's inviting the reggae, the hip hop, the rap music here in the country. All of these things tend to what influence young people. My take on that is through a number of years. Music. One time ago, music used to be very important to Bahamian music. We had Americans they used to fly here to the Bahamas just to experience Bahamian music, and the quality of it, the level of performance that has decreased to some degree as well. When we had the big band sound here in all the different cabarets and different shows that we had here. But what we have now is you might say invasion of the Jamaican music, the American music, and that's through the radios, of course, television, and when we have our young kids not being exposed, you're right. If they grow up just listening to, say for example, 100 Jams, that's what they know, and you can't blame them for that. Whatever we expose our kids to, they will enjoy, they will love. And if you take a child and just for instance, we find that some of the Family Island kids, they enjoy Bahamian music more than kids who live in Nassau. Okay? And although we have some work to do on production of what we put out there, but it's what we feeding our kids. So whatever, like we always say, whatever you eat will affect you, and that's why we are where we are.
That's all the time we have for today. I'd like to thank Mr. J for taking the time out of this schedule of this interview. I hope you guys learned a lot about our culture and ways we can work to get it back where it's supposed to be, back on top.
Get ready to mash this party up, it's Rick and Script full non-stop. Hey! Rick and Script. D-Max style. Oh yeah! I see you coming from a mile away, girl. I see ya coming. Girl, I see ya. Hey! She says she's a real good girl, she only goes to church then home. I say I'm a real good guy like Rick and Script, I stay